Alrighty, cool. What's going on, guys? Another video here. Quentin Lewis, CEO of Urban Eden, and today is another video in our daily series recap where we recap our previous day's revenue. We give you the ad spend, the whole behind the scenes of how we generated what we generated the day before. We're going to go over first-time customers, first returning customers. Also, I'm going to show you the email that we sent, any promotions that we got going on, just everything behind it. Instead of us just showing like a screenshot of like, hey, look what we did. I want to go behind the scenes, peel back the curtain, and show you exactly how it happened so it can kind of help you in your business and just kind of show you how we operate and just kind of build it in real time. So without further ado, I'm going to get straight into it today because we're going to be doing this every single day. All right. So, all right, cool. So let's get to it. We are going to show the screen. There we go. All right. So yesterday was a odd day. And when I mean it was an odd day, you saw the title. We did 17.9K. So on Shopify, we did 17.2K. 37% up from the previous day. I mean, if we're a stock, man, we really had a very, very strong day yesterday, and it's kind of like, I'm not going to say it's unexplainable, but we're going to go in depth as to why this happened. So yeah, on Shopify, we did $17,233. Traffic was even down from the previous day. Like, that's crazy, but conversion rate was up 33%. Orders up 22%. We did 353 orders. So if you've been watching this video all week, you can see the progression. Like, just on Monday, we did 9K. You saw that. You saw 11K on Tuesday. You saw 12K on Wednesday, and today it shot up to 17K. On Amazon, you will see that we did $703 yesterday just on Amazon. So, you know, in terms of revenue, I just want to talk to you about this revenue right now. Like, we did, so I'm going to add this up, 703.82 plus we did 17,233 and 67 cents, which was $17,937.49. We did that on a random Thursday, guys. Like, you just saw from the previous weekend on Saturday, we did 16K, and that's a busy day for us on a Saturday. Like, that's how Saturdays usually are for us. But to do this in the middle of the week, guys, this reminds me of like 2020 when we were growing. Like, if you go back and look at my old videos, you'll see that we grew from 260K in a year to 2.6 million in 1 year. It reminds me a little bit of that at the beginning of it, because during that time we were like doubling every single month, and there were days when we were just hitting revenue highs that like I had never seen before, and it was kind of like unexplainable a little bit. But we're gonna dive into like why I think this happened, and I'm gonna give you a little bit of insight into that. So next, let's go into the ad spend. Let's go into ad spend. Start off with Amazon. Amazon, we spent $118. Nothing crazy. You know, Amazon is not a huge platform for us. It's very small for us, but we're just trying to steadily grow it. But you see that we're investing into spending money on ads there. So I'm going to add that up, 118.28 there. And then let's go to Google. Google, yesterday we spent another $674. So you'll see that our spend is very consistent on all these days. Again, when you have a marketing budget, you be consistent with that budget and you continue to spend. You're investing into your customer base. So that's what you continue to do. And then to wrap it up, I want to give you Facebook spend. Facebook, we've been spending around this same level all week, $1,700.11. So that's what we spent all week. We spent $2,500. We've been around that like all week. You know what I'm saying? We've been spending $2,500 a day. You've been seeing that all week. And you see like I've been showing, like, I remember when I said early in the week, would you spend $2,500 to get a 4 ROAS on that, like a 4.5, like, because we did 2,500 and like on Tuesday I think we did like 11K. And I was like, I'll do that every day of the week. Now think about it now. We spent $2,500 and we generated almost $18,000. Now think about that ratio right there. Like, guys, I'm telling you, continue to be consistent. This is why I tell you, be consistent in your marketing budget. Marketing is like you're investing into the customer base. Nobody, the thing about it is, think about yourself. When you see an ad, you don't always buy right then and there, but that company is investing into marketing. Like for example, it's been a product that's been following me called Hume Body Pod. I've been watching this product, and I'm going to buy it sooner or later. But they've been advertising to me like all week, all month. I'm going to buy it eventually, not today, but I will. But they're still marketing every single day to me, and that's what you got to do. You have to commit to a budget and stick to it. So that's ad spend right there, just kind of showing you guys what we invest in. That's very important to show you. Next, let's get into the first-time customers and returning customers. So yesterday, just for Shopify, we did 143 new customers. I always say, let's clap it up for the new people that came into the building, guys. 143 new customers, and we generated $5,800. You've been watching videos all week. You see how that new customer revenue is continuing to just inch up every single day. I remember my analyst telling us that we're averaging like 4K a day. But you see yesterday was 5,800. And we're spending the same amount. So what does that mean? We might have had some organic lift. We might have, the CAC might have got more efficient. You know what I'm saying? Something happened there. And that's something that we're going to look at, and we're going to look at a study like, we got more customers and they generated more revenue. So it's a couple things. First time customers could have spent more. They could have, hold on, put this camera on. The first time customers either spent more, the ad was more efficient, you know what I'm saying, for that day. It's a variety of reasons, but this is the type of stuff that you need to be analyzing and looking at when you're running ads. And when you go to your Shopify and you look up your new customers versus returning customers, look at those things like that. Look at what probably caused this. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to look at what's working and you double down on it. Once you find out what is the reason why, you double down on it. Like, you don't have to overcomplicate none of this, guys. You double down on it. You figure out, you investigate, and you double down. Next, we're looking at the returning customers. We had 207 returning customers, and they generated 11.3K. So again, your returning customers is what's going to make the bulk of your revenue. I know that's what makes the bulk of our revenue. And let me not say that that's what makes everybody's bulk of revenue. And our business, and the way that our business is set up, because we have a product that people use continually, returning customers is a big thing, because we want to bring in new customers and we want them to come back. And as you can see, those 207 people were customers that bought from us at least once, and then they came back and made another purchase because, why? They wanted to replenish the products that they had. That also consists of subscription, and that's something I have not talked about all week. We do have a subscription program, and we probably do about $30,000 a month on subscription, and that's something that has taken us a while to build up. But that's revenue that we're going to get if we do nothing else. If we do nothing for the month, we're gonna at least at the bare minimum generate $30,000 in a month, because we have subscription, and our product is perfect for subscription. It's soap, guys. I mean, you're going to run out of your soap and you're going to need it again. So a lot of people decide to sign up for the automatic subscription, and they get it on a monthly, maybe bi-monthly, maybe every 3 months. They set the schedule however they want to set the schedule. So again, see behind the numbers, peel behind the screenshots. This is awesome to see, to see this in real time like this, So next, let's look at what do we do from a promotion standpoint. And what I mean by promotion standpoint, let's look at the email, because email drives a lot of returning revenue. So let's look at what we did from that standpoint. And our Klaviyo was just kind of loading up here. So this is the campaign that we sent yesterday by email. This is actually an old picture, to be honest with you. This is a picture that we took years ago, actually. We took this picture probably back in 2020, 2021, honestly. Probably 2021. We just did a promotion about, now it wasn't promotion, we just did a email telling them about enhancing your routine with accessories. These are products that we actually don't make. This is the only product that we don't make in-house. It's a sponge Cecil round for your face, a Cecil washcloth, and a soap dish. These are our 4 accessories that we offer. And we can get, the thing is right here, we think that we can get so much better with our accessories. We can customize them up, much better, but this is what we have for now. So we buy these products wholesale, then we sell, and we upcharge and we sell them for a profit and for a price. Cecil round, sea sponge, Cecil cloth. That's all we did, and then we promoted our 5-bar bundle here in the secondary part. I tell you that we have a primary focus in our email, a secondary, and then we have a tertiary part right here where we just talk about enhance your skincare routine with facial washes, and then we always have these elements at the bottom. So this is a very simple email. Nothing spectacular about that email, guys. Nothing spectacular about it. But what I will say, I think the thing about is with our email, before I go over the results of this email, is that you want to send your emails. Again, go back and look at the videos and you'll see what our open rates were all week. We were getting 60, 70% open rates. It doesn't mean that people were buying as soon as they got the email. So that could probably explain why we generated so much revenue today, is because people probably get the email. Like, you know how you see an offer and you're like, all right, I'm going to buy that when I get paid. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm going to buy that when I get money or in a few days or whatever. So they probably bookmark it or anything like that. And they decided to come back when they were ready. So let's look at the results of this email. This email resulted, so let's see how many people we sent it to. We sent it to 18,000 people. That's what we did. That list was our most highly engaged list from a click standpoint and most engaged from an open and purchase standpoint. We excluded customers who have purchased this past week. So that's one thing that we try to do. We exclude certain segments, and we're very targeted as to who we're talking to when we're sending. Shout out to Kenneth, man. Kenneth does an incredible job of sending these emails and making sure that we're hitting people consistently, but we're not over hitting them. Like, we're not just blasting the entire list, guys. Our list is about almost, I think it's like 400,000 to 500,000 people, but we're not blasting that list like every single day. Like, we're segmenting it out and we're hitting people who are, this particular email, most highly engaged and the most engaged, which is open and purchase. And I should probably go and look at the definitions of these so you can see them. Actually, I'll do that here in a second so you can see. The results of that email was a 56% open rate. So we had 10,000 people open this email yesterday. Again, if you look at the revenue that was generated, only 62 people bought from that. So out of that 10,000 people, 62 bought. Again, that's just, you look at the ratio of that, you're like, that's not a lot. Like, only 62 people out of the 10,000. But again, you're going to look at the next day and the next day. Like, this stuff, it has like we're going to get a return from that. Like, people are going to eventually buy. Like, they're seeing the email. They're like, hey, I'm going to put that on my list. You know what I'm saying? Like, 56% open rate. Excellent. So yeah, I mean, this is what we generated. It says we generated $3,200. That's what was attributed to that email. And again, this revenue number will continue to rise as the weeks go on. Probably if I came back in a week, you'll see that that number will probably continue to rise. So this was the results of that email. What I do want to show you guys is just like what I do want to show you is the segment that we sent it to and what the definition of that segment is. So our most engaged, I want to give you this little tidbit right here. Take some notes right here, because this is actually really good information for you to look at. What's the definition of our most engaged? So our most engaged definition of that segment, and this is Klaviyo. So it says they received an email greater than 10 in the last 90 days. They opened the email at least 5 times in the last 60 days. And they placed the order at least once in the last 120 days. That is a very targeted segment when you break that down. Replay that back if you need to see that definition again. So that was actually a really good one right there. That's our most engaged, opened and purchased. So they've been opening emails, they've been getting emails, they've been opening them, and they have not, and they've made a purchase in the last 120 days. So they're very engaged, very, very engaged. You can even see our benchmarks here over the last 30 days. Like, we have a 64% open rate. What does it say right here? Excellent. It's excellent. That open rate is amazing. And then the other one was the most highly engaged in terms of clicks. So let's see what that definition was. And we're going to end up wrapping up here. And I'm going to give you some closing statements and look at some comments if we do have some. So let's look at the definition of our most highly engaged. And it's just taking a second. All right, most highly engaged. All right, so they received an email greater than 5 times in the last 90 days. They've opened an email. Oh, sorry. They've opened an email greater than 3 times in the last 90 days. They placed the order at least once over time. They clicked the email at least once in the last 90 days. So this is our most highly engaged. So they've clicked. So that means that they really have, instead of them just open it, they've clicked as well. So this is what we send a list to. And that list segment there, it's not showing it for some reason, but it's not showing it. But just want to show you that definition of those segments. So let me go back to my camera. And let me click here and see if there's any comments here that I'm leaving off. I don't see any comments here. That's okay. All right, cool. So just to wrap up, guys, that was our Thursday. Again, I'm being transparent as to how this stuff happens. You literally have seen all week. We went from 9K on Monday, 11K on Tuesday, 12K on Wednesday, 17, almost 18K on a Thursday. Like, guys, this is just, again, just continue to be consistent. Continue to be consistent in your marketing, regardless of if it's a slow day. It does not matter. Continue to be consistent with your marketing, your budgets. You know what I'm saying? Have your first time offers. You know, have your flows and all that type of stuff. I know we haven't talked about flows, which are automatic emails, but again, some things sometimes you just can't explain it. Like I've been texting with some of my people on my team, and I'm just like, yo, what happened yesterday? Like, what happened? Like, we're not running any major promotion. I've said all week, we're trying to just end the month out to get to our major promotion in March. That's all we're trying to do. So, yeah, this was another video, guys, and we're going to continue to show you, continue to build. Like this video, please subscribe, get those post notifications. Sign up for our post notifications so every time we do drop a video, you get the notification. Yeah, comment your questions. Please ask questions like, what else would you want to see? Like, am I leaving off anything in here that you would like to see or anything like that? Like, please ask. It's no shame. Like, just ask any questions. And again, like, be consistent, guys. You can go back and look at all my old videos, like in 2016, 17, 18. Like, we were doing nowhere near this back then. But it's just consistency. It's just continuing to stay the course. Don't give up. Trust me, don't give up. We've been doing this business since 2015. First year in business was $15,000 for the whole entire year. Now we do that in a day. Literally. Like, so this has been another video, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.